Hi, I'm Dr. Shashi Jasra, Interfaculty Forensics, and this is the Forensics Hands-On Workshop. We have named it CSI Windsor.
We're trying to actually give the students an idea of what a blood stain analyst will do at a crime scene. So we've reconstructed some paper, and we are letting the students actually make different types of blood stain patterns on the paper and analyze them.
Using different weapons like hammers and knives and just looking at the pattern they cast and seeing which direction the blood goes. It's been a lot of fun. You get a little dirty, but it's kind of interesting actually. We're just using some sheep's blood and making different patterns, whether it's drip or whether it's like spurted like from the body, like lungs.
In forensics, anything that's basically small evidence, could be dust, whatever, is referred to as trace evidence. And for this station, we're focused on hair and identifying its origin. Microscopes can be used just by looking through them. You can identify the different species based on the structure of the hair. So that's what we're teaching them today. And we also have this handheld microscope. It's much more portable and can be taken directly to a crime scene to analyze evidence in situ. And it's really helpful for really small things like fingerprints, as you can see there. It shows a lot of really good detail, and also for things like analyzing bullets and striation patterns on them. It's used also in identifying different types of fonts and typeface in document analysis and to try to identify defects in printers to link documents to specific sources.
We're having the students use these cards, and they're using ink pads to put their own fingerprints on the cards, and those are going to be our known fingerprints. And then they are going to place their fingerprints on these various items that have different surfaces and colors and textures, and those are the unknown prints. And once they dust them with the powders that correspond to the surfaces, they'll be able to compare under the magnifying glass their known and their unknown prints.
Or first we took all our fingerprints with the ink, and then afterwards we fingerprinted the surfaces and then dusted them and then lifted them with tape to compare.
At this station, students are help themselves find their 2D footprint using oblique lighting against the floor, and then lift them using a mylar sheet and an electrostatic dust lifter, the Pathfinder. And after that, they then analyze the footprint and discover class and individual characteristics. Secondly, they use a 3D footwear impression created with dental stone and some sand, and they create their own footprint and again analyze their class characteristics and individual characteristics.
The 2D, we used flour, I think, and magnets to get them on these. And then the 3D, we used dentist cast to make the impression of my foot, actually, so that was exciting. That was probably my favorite part.
We have oblique lighting as well as alternate light sources. Both types of lighting are extremely useful in forensic investigations due to the fact that all evidence is not necessarily available to the naked eye. So what we do here is we use oblique lighting to just enhance latent fingerprints, footwear impressions, as well as trace evidence such as hair and fibers on surfaces such as countertops, glass windows, and the floors. Then we utilize alternate light sources, which we'd like to demonstrate on our little sample board here. We have a variety of samples such as different cleaners and motor oils, as well as different packets with semen, hair fiber, and blood, just to show how they fluoresce when exposed to a UV light source.
Today what we did was we recreated a crime scene, and we applied different methods that we've learned throughout the workshop today. So currently we've taken fingerprints, we've analyzed hair using microscopes, and the fingerprints we've lifted we've tried to identify with suspects using context clues within the fingerprints.
We determined that a young person was murdered, and we found that they were probably murdered by a puncture wound in the leg, by their artery. We also lifted a footprint from the probable suspect. We found some knives that were the murder weapons because they tested positive for blood. We found some fibers on the person's body, which we found out were hair and in fact cat hair. So those all help lead to our suspect.
It's really exciting. I'm a forensics major, so it's really cool to see what I could be doing for future projects, and I don't know, maybe down the road doing this every day for a living.
It showed me what I kind of want to go into, what interests me most.
As a whole, it was a really fun workshop and experiment, and forensics is a great program.